snakes his way out of the zone, takes a high hit, and a punch from Kachuk. Now Greg has it. Aho has discussions, drops his stick, and now we have a penalty coming. I think it might be Ottawa roughing. Are they going to get Kachuk for that hit to the upper back? I think they are.
I couldn't even hear the whistle right here, though, and the crowd is loud here at Lenovo Center.
That extra shot towards the upper back of the head of Aho is going to get Kachuk 2 minutes for roughing, it appears.
Well, that was a great shift for the Ottawa Senators.
Ottawa 7, minor penalty, roughing.
Yeah, there it is right there.
That one's fine. It's that.
That one. Yep, the roughing, that right hand that he sent in there. But great chip for the Senators. One thing they struggled with in game one was the 50-50 wall battles, and they really did a better job there, at least that line. And they have had 2 golden opportunities, one by Stutzland. How about this one, too? This puck comes in. Freddie Anderson thinks he makes this save, gets behind him, and it's Stankoven. 2 points in game one, and now showing his defensive prowess. He's trying to give it back to Freddie Anderson there, and now the Canes.
Ehlers isn't on the score sheet yet, but he's had a really good first 3.5 periods of the series.
Now Cousins storming his way through. Anderson gets across on Giroux. Rebound, Anderson with the glove makes the save behind him.
When you love this response in front of this raucous atmosphere. That glove's been magical for Anderson so far in the first round, hasn't it?
It has been more than magical. Downright mystical. Oh, Frederick Anderson, big save on Giroux, and then the follow-up on Batherson. Frederick Anderson, have yourself a playoff series so far. Logan Stankoven already having a series, 2 games in. Out of that last save, Andrei Svechnikov will find himself in the penalty box trip for roughing.
Well, I like the response after the great save, moving across laterally, and then the glove to get the whistle. And what I know is that any scrums after whistles, and I love the response because it involved that collision with your goaltender. The series supervisor is Rob Schick, one of the great officials in the history of the game. And I know that for both teams, these referees save either way.
Third penalty killing opportunity for Carolina, and that's a big shot. And a bigger save, and now offside are the Senators here, and the temperature.
You love this from Nikishin.
This is what you want to see.
I said in the first period, you know, Furman Sal, Jean Hebert, any games, they want to avoid as many of these scrums as possible. But if I'm on the ice right now, first of all, you want this from Nikishin. I mean, look at that look in his eye. He's been just flat out solid, and then some so far in this first round.
You're looking for Stanley Cup playoff versus a change of direction. That allows Chatfield to get to it, but they're going to say offside, and then Kachuk a little extra after, and Hall's not going to have a piece of that. Chatfield's coming in. Slavin's going to make sure that nothing goes on. Chatfield, Montpaulo, but Brady Kachuk in the middle of it. Taylor Hall making sure it didn't escalate.
Carolina got the only penalty out of a scrum in the first period. At some point, you would think Ottawa might get the only penalty out of a potential scrum. Let's take one more look at the goal that right now is the difference. And watch what Aho does with his stick, how close it is to his left skate. Do you know what that does on such a quick pass with a ton of pace on it? It makes it way easier, builds strength in his ability to redirect it into the open net when it's nice and close to his skate.
Ottawa 6, Carolina 53, 2 minutes each for roughing.
See, I think, you know, I think Carolina, Svechnikov got the only penalty out of a scrum in the first period. 3-1 edge in power plays for Ottawa in this game. I think you were deserving, if you're Carolina, to come out of that scrum